So what are the 3 things you should always do when creating basic or even advanced parts? Coming up. Hey, Tyler back with Tech and Espresso. Let's go through the 3 things that you should always do when it comes to creating models in Fusion 360 or any CAD package for that matter. I bumped into this when I was teaching SOLIDWORKS classes years ago. Whenever we were creating a model, it helped when you broke it down into these 3 steps. Build the solid, cut away, do the finishing touches like fillets, chamfers. Let's look at an example. Okay, let's look at the idler arm. So when you're first getting started with basic part modeling, working in CAD, these types of models can be really intimidating. But the important thing is to break it down mentally in how you're building it. You don't try to build this in a feature. One feature, this thing would feel impossible. So I break it down into solids first. That's still a little intimidating. That's much better. One profile, very simple. I'm going to use the origin and I'll extrude it. Keeping my origin in the center by extruding this symmetrically about the origin, so I extrude it both directions. I'm extruding it both front and backwards equally. And that keeps the origin right in the middle, keeping my planes right in the middle. That'll make my life easier later. Okay, the next profile that I want to do is just a simple cylinder coming out of the sides, and then another one coming out of the top, and finally this base and the bottom cylinder. Okay, that's not that hard. It wasn't that bad. It'll take you a little while to sketch everything out, get everything dimensioned, but we add our cuts. Again, those aren't that hard either. And the fillets. Okay, so back to our framework. Why? Why would I say you have to do all the solids, wait to do the cuts, and then wait to do the fillets and the chamfers, everything last? Notice this keyway slot hole in the front. It's really easy, or even, let's look at this side hole, that's even easier. Why in the world would I separate that into its own cut? Why not just do it all at once? It's faster, right? Let's try it. Why not, before I created anything else, why didn't I just add an extra circle in that sketch? We'll just add a sketch in the timeline right now. I could go back and edit it. That'd be just as easy. We'll go all the way through, we cut it. It's done. See, that's so much faster. So much faster. But it's gonna bite us. As soon as I add the additional extrudes that all come from the origin, you start to notice that it gets filled back in. There's material back in there, so I have to do the cut. I have to do the cut all over again. The shortcut wasn't faster after all. So this is why I say build those solids first, build the solid shape, then add your cuts. Okay, getting rid of that. Now we've got it built the right way. We have all of our solids and then our cuts. Now for the fillets, it's going to work the same way. You don't want to try to do your fillets early on. You want to do those after everything's kind of in place. Fillets are incredibly sensitive to the order in which you do them. I was unable to do all of these fillets, even though they're the same radius. I was unable to do them in one feature. I have to do them in several feature fillets. I do it a few steps at a time, I apply them, and then I continue to add more. Now, as you can imagine, if I was still adding this cylinder in after the fact, that's gonna break all my fillets. It's gonna break anything it touches, not worth it. So again, do those things last. Now, another great advantage of doing this methodology is it allows you to understand everything. It allows you to group your design history in a nice, organized fashion. I have all my solids, the sketches and extrudes, in one grouping. Easier to edit, easier to understand. I even labeled it solids. The next one I've labeled as cuts. They're grouped as cuts. And finally, I could even group all my fillets together in one grouping, having them organized nicely. So as you can see, the cool thing about doing it this way is it allows you to attack your model in a simplified approach. Build out the solids step by step, then go in and remove the material you need to, and finally, add those fillets and all that finish work there at the end. Thanks for watching this beginner sketch series for Fusion 360. Be sure to hit subscribe. I've got weekly videos coming on the entire Fusion platform. I've got more sketch videos coming up. Thanks for watching. Check out that next video.